last one we got to, I got to see Nate right before we did the
right.
party, and then got to hang out with Tommy in Orlando.
Yeah. And in a few weeks, I'm gonna go up to Seattle for a couple of days for a weekend. Go say what up.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
it's on. So
Yeah, we booked plane tickets last night. And kind of like we had the Airbnb booked, but I think I found some cooler shit. So our Airbnb thing is refundable. So I think I'm gonna cancel and book another one tonight. Queen Anne. Not bad.
yeah,
Not bad.
it can go
Yeah,
either way.
Well,
It can go
this is in
either way.
this is in like a skyrise like building like with a
I'd have to.
nice little fucking deck and
You send me the address, I'll go fucking.
yeah,
peep
I'll
it.
look at it. I'll look at it a little bit. I'll tell you. But the place looks dope. I mean, like the place itself looks
No, it probably is fine.
pretty dope.
Yeah,
So, and it says
I
like
haven't been around like Queen Anne or
yeah,
Capitol Hill or any of that shit.
yeah.
in a
It's
while.
I'm pretty sure that's where it was. I could be wrong. Where is Fremont in location?
Fremont is like fucking my town.
Yeah. Okay, because we're
Yeah.
looking at one in there
I'm
too.
Westlake, and then there's Fremont.
That's where the trannies are at.
Alright.
that's where we got the fucking the little days. We got the little days.
You know,
Actually, you go to Aurora for that.
Aurora.
Aurora Ave.
Aurora.
It's like OBT.
Aurora.
Yeah,
Aurora.
it's like our OBT.
Oh. You'll find.
We got a scuba
Find
shop
her up
right
on
there,
her.
and the apartments behind it is where all the prostitutes live and shit. So they all come out through their parking lot.
It's all
Shit,
good
I
fun.
was talking to the guy. I was like, some interesting people around here, and he's like, it's like all day, brother. It's all day. It's like this,
The Night Walkers.
and it's like it's known in this area. Like these, like the cops just don't fuck
Light
with
'em up.
them. It is open
Light 'em up, Cheetah.
prostitution. Like they are freaking ass out, fucking cheeks, 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 baby.
Oh man,
Yeah, let's go.
dang.
We got the white girls.
I'm
we
trying
got
to
the
trying to share this
Latina
joint with you
girls,
guys, man.
That's a good
And we
idea.
definitely
Chris.
got them black girls.
Hell yeah, man.
Here, hit this shit.
Yeah.
Hit that. All right. Some of that Rebel Sour.
So we diverse up in this fucking bit.
Yeah, man.
So what are we doing? What are we talking
No
about?
doubt.
here?
So
We're talking about.
let's go to
transdimensional.
the origin of Brain Chip. Speaking of transdimensional.
Transdimensional and transcribing. Well, you know, I'll say this is an idea at least that was kicking around for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was- I
I
think it kind of came from our desire to play with some drum and bass feels, you know, like
Yeah, a little edgy.
Yeah,
It was edgier.
definitely.
It had like a
Well, we'd had a couple of goes at trying to make something that was like that, like kind of going, you know, like we had some cool ideas actually, it just never came together, you know, and like we kept jumping around. Like I had like 2 or 3 different things that were kind of along that like.
Well,
yeah,
it wasn't until you got the drums kind of lined in there where you were like, check this out.
Yeah. And I wasn't expecting Tommy to write to it so quickly either. You know, like it was pretty fast. It was at least the demo came together almost immediately. But yeah, it was.
Well, that was in a cycle of a few songs that were kind of just I got
Yeah.
on this roll on this project where it was kind of like we were just churning and spitting them out, you know,
Same, like
pretty
'cause I hit
quickly,
that
a
one
section
and
of maybe
another one.
5-6 songs.
yeah, I
back
think
to
we.
back.
Were,
Yeah,
I
and
think
Chris
by,
was kind of doing that too,
I
like
think by
hitting the
that
stride at the
point-
same time, kind of thing.
right. We'd batched them a little bit. Like there was 2 or 3 at a time.
Running a
right?
batch.
You know, so it just happened really quickly.
Yeah, we ran a good batch that time. And, yeah.
Throwing ropes.
But you were right, Nate. It was we were trying to kind of mess with some drum and bass, and when you actually break this song down and get rid of the sample, like it is very drum and bass at its core, but it really doesn't read or play that way
Yeah,
I would
Agreed.
say, in a way that we thought, and yeah, and even when we break it down towards the end, when we use some shaper box and kind of like open the beat up more, went with a really deep
Mm-hmm.
drop 808 bass, like
Yeah, we had a little
we
fun.
kind of chopped the beat
Took
up
some
too in that
liberties.
spot, so it really doesn't feel there either. So
Right.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah, I think also one of the main reasons this track feels the way it does, instead of just like, oh, that's a drum and bass track, is because of the half tempo like groove loop that's basically through the whole song. Like it comes out for like a second here and a pause
You
and a this
double
and a
time
that.
the
You know?
halftime, and you halftime the double time.
So I think that has a lot to do with it. Was just that kind of set the tone, and I think that is the feel. Of the track. Like it's definitely got the drum and bass elements, but you really still feel
Yeah,
the
like
groove that it's rooted in.
all the visuals and everything, even from the jump and just like in your head, like the name Brain Chip, it was like
Hmm.
this is like dystopian cyberpunk, like gritty, like going around on your fucking cyber cycle through the city and
Which honestly
fucking
fits everything
everybody's
for our.
zombie-fied, fucking
If you think about
plugged in.
all the music that we've made over the last couple of years, our aesthetic has definitely been rooted in that cyberpunk, futuristic, dystopian. Like even before Tommy started wrote the first lyric for any of this stuff, like the imagery of Bandit Hands and Stoa Group, and yeah, we had a little bit of this like retro '80s thing going on, but like still a lot of the imagery, look at the telekinetics imagery and things like that, you know what I'm saying? So there is this through line. Like, and then I mean, even just looking at the artwork for
Well, the video, oh boy.
oh boy.
Well,
Well,
speaking of, what's the latest on the Brain Chip video?
so it looks like we'll be putting the finishing touches on it sometime this weekend. It is in a state right now where there's just two little spots, right? Like two little things we got to throw in there, and then maybe one
Final
more
smoothing,
final render,
and then
right? Right, final render adds
yep.
some dynamic to it, and I think we're good there, right? Like I mean,
Yeah.
Chris would know better than me, but I think
Nope,
that's
that's it.
what it is. So
We're right there, and we just decided we're gonna do a watch party stream on not this Friday,
so
but
it would
next Friday.
be Friday the December 6th.
Nice.
Yes. So we'll be doing the unveiling
nice.
of the music video live on Twitch again.
Bring it.
So far,
Ev-
everything's been going pretty well. Like we've been happy with the reaction.
Getting them analytics.
That's
getting
right.
them
Seeing people react a little bit, seeing the song be listened
Huge
to by
in
people in other
Finland.
places. Finland,
The
the
Finnish
Netherlands,
are-
Germany, Belgium.
are catching the
Yeah.
vibes.
That's always fun.
That was actually our target audience.
Of course.
We
Of
were
course.
really
You're going-
shooting for that
It's
Some
a very
strudels and shit.
Aryan demographic.
stupid waffle.
But yeah, so Brainchip went live on all the platforms at midnight last night. Actually, midnight last night all around the world. So technically, like yesterday in the afternoon
Yeah,
in Australia
Spotify,
and
so
things like
and
that.
we've got it. We've been digging deep into all this stuff of like our Spotify is linked to our Instagram, where you can look up our music even on Instagram
Yeah.
and use it in
Reels
posts.
and stories.
Yeah,
and
so
all sorts of
we're
stuff
trying
like
to
that.
get encourage a lot of like remixing and people as much access to our music that way as we can, and
Yes.
we're getting into it's like you have the things, you have YouTube, Instagram, all these things, and on top of other subscriptions and features, but it's a matter of like digging into the finer elements of like actually figuring out how to make these things work. And there's a lot of these things that are done on a uh, like a tier system of like you have to have so many streams and then you unlock this
Yeah,
level
it's
of like
everything is like a
market.
game.
Yeah, it's all
It's
like
all a game
yeah,
these
it's
days.
very gamified.
Doesn't matter what platform.
It's honestly
everything.
like
It's all
I
a
go
game.
back to that Black Mirror episode where it's the kid in the room
Yeah,
with the
dude.
video screens in his little apartment, and then he runs on the bicycle, and that shit is like so embedded in my brain.
Dude, I've watched so many like things on
We're in the black box.
what to do, what not to do, like how to play the game, you know, like this and that, and like it doesn't matter. It's like pick your perspective and then watch the videos on that because like
There is
like
no spoon.
there is no real thing, like right, like there's like, oh, you need to focus on Spotify playlisting. Okay, well, there's another person that's like,
Well, guess what?
don't
We
do
fucking make
Spotify playlisting at all.
mind-melting music, and then we found a very interesting way to garner massive amounts of intense visuals. So, suck it. That's what we're gonna do. That's what you're getting.
Oh man. Well, just a heads up actually, because
We melt your brain.
I was trying to figure out how to do this for our release, since we're releasing an EP one track at a time, right? So on Bandcamp we had the Sakura release, and I was gonna put a Brain Chip release, but I kind of was like, you know what? Instead of just having 5 images of the same One Truth EP on our music page, I should just start adding the tracks to the One Truth EP. So right now, when you go to our Bandcamp and click on the One Truth EP, there's only the first 2 songs. They're in order as they will be on the release of the track. And currently, right now, you can buy them both for $2. You'll get, you know, if you buy the album, it's $2 and you'll get the 2 tracks. Or you can buy the tracks individually as well. And then if you click on them, they do have their own page. So if you click on Sakura, for example, like you'll get all the lyrics and you know all the rest of the stuff for it. So they're just kind of grouped together on the EP like they will eventually be when all 5 songs are released. So I thought that was the best
Cool.
way to handle it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
it's going to end up anyway.
Exactly. So there's that. Unfortunately, on Spotify and iTunes, it'll look funky for a little while, I think. So, you know, like if we go to our Spotify really quickly, like you'll just see that on the main page on our artist profile, like it's fine, but like
Oh,
so-
look at that.
so you
Jeez,
see-
look at her.
just see this.
Just sitting up there with all the other million that got dropped today.
Yeah, exactly. So when you go by like discography, like it's gonna keep looking like this for a while, right? Until they get grouped together. So you know, but whatever. It's cool. It's cool for now. But yeah, exactly.
The image being the same, you know, tell the tale of them being together. Like,
Sure.
you know, it's
You'll
Right.
see it
It
eventually.
ties them.
You know what I'm saying? Like you'll get it eventually. Like as like, I'm not exactly sure when I want to group them together. Like technically, I can group them together right now,
Singles. and
but
EPs.
yeah. So whatever, we'll figure all that stuff out. But it's up there.
Yeah.
It's loud.
Well,
you can go listen to it. You can go add it to your playlist.
for now,
share it
it's
with
the
people.
second song.
Do some stuff to it.
And it's on YouTube as well. We've started. We've got the lyric video for Sakura, but now we have the. what
This
do you
is going to
call
be
these
this
anyways?
is
Just
a
the-
music visual, or some people call them the, you know, a single image video for music video or whatever, or a music visualizer video or something like that. This
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
basically, if you want to listen to our song right now on YouTube, you can go listen to it, you know. However, we have the music video, and that will probably end up replacing this video, you know. Once the music video is there, we'll probably replace this video with that.
Gotcha.
You know, I don't think we'll.
drop it.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Because even when all of the songs are out, the playlist for One Truth on YouTube, it will include the Sakura lyric video. It'll include the Brain Chip actual video. You know, and then anything that we don't have, it'll be like this. This is the one that fills the gaps if we end up with a track that doesn't have like its own special video. You know. So, on that note. Do we want to listen to this thing?
Let's do it.
Yeah? Alright. Well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brain Chip.
This is an important message to the masses, so do try and pay attention. As difficult as I know that is.